was right again! Of course I was right. Like, this is the gaming industry we're talking about, and the gaming community. I know the gaming industry and the gaming community well enough to know that history will repeat itself. And it did. Of course it fucking did. Now, 2 months ago, I did a video called I Was Right About Nintendo. And the video was basically about me talking about the controversy over the Switch 2 announcement and all the bullshit involved, and that I agreed with it. But what many of you may not have seen in the video, because obviously I'm not talking about my core fanbase, my main fanbase, I'm talking about the average viewers. Like, most of you only read the title and then watch like 2 seconds of the video and then just leave an angry comment, you know, or don't even bother. You know, like, I'm not talking about my actual fans, I'm talking about the people that just watch randomly and just watch to get angry. Yeah, you people probably didn't see the part where I called you all out, because you don't have the attention span to watch all of my videos, so, you know, obviously you're not going to watch them. So I'm going to essentially help you out. I made a YouTube short just simply because you guys have such a low attention span that you can't actually watch my videos. I understand. You know, you don't have any attention span whatsoever, so you can't watch my videos. I get it. We live in the modern era where people don't have any attention span whatsoever. So, for you people, I decided to make a YouTube short talking about what I said 2 months ago. You can watch that. Now, 2 months ago, I said that regardless of all of the outrage and all of the bitching and moaning that people are going to do, people were still going to buy the Switch. They were still going to buy Super Mario Kart World, or whatever it's called, and they're still going to buy games for the Switch 2. They're still going to buy the Switch 2. They're still going to buy Mario Kart World. I said that in that video. I have a clip of me saying just that in the video. I said that people will still buy Mario Kart World, and they will still buy the Switch 2. Despite all of the complaining. And you wonder why we're in this situation, people. You wonder why we're in the situation that we're in. This is why the industry's fucked. Because no matter what the fuck I do, I cannot control you people. I cannot control you idiots who keep buying all of these fucking consoles. I can't. I can't force you to stop buying the Nintendo Switch 2. I can't force you to stop making stupid decisions with your money. You know? Only you can do that. And because of you, now we're going to have to endure more bullshit from Nintendo, which is probably going to spread to other companies. So now we're going to have to deal with bullshit from Sony and Microsoft, because they're going to see this and they're going to be like, oh yes, now we can take advantage of this and do something worse. Just like what Sony did when Microsoft released the Xbox One, and Sony was like, finally, now that Microsoft has fucked up, we can now charge online paywalls like Microsoft do. Because we no longer have to compete, because their consoles are fucking train wreck at launch, you know? And then it's going to be the back neck and neck again, and then it's like, then you still have the Microsoft fanboys and you still have the Sony fanboys. Nothing changes. The console war rages on, even though they're all fucking idiots. And now Nintendo's done this, well, Nintendo, like Microsoft's going to be next, then Sony, they're all going to compete with Nintendo to try and try and beat them at their own game. They're going to try to how do we, like, they're going to try to do something worse. They're going to try to, like, surpass them in bullshittery. Like, that's what they're going to do. That's what these companies do. It's, in a way, I would actually argue that it's all kind of built around this formula. These companies are working together against us. Do you not get this, guys? You have this console war where everyone's takes their side, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and they're like competing against each other. No, the reality is all three of those console companies are working together against us, because they know that if they screw something up on their system, the other console manufacturer will be able to take advantage of that. So they deliberately make their system shit specifically so that other companies can benefit from their system being shit, so that other companies can make their system shitter, and essentially it's a level playing field that benefits all three companies, because they can all get away with more bullshit, and that means that they all make more money at the expense of us. Because now, oh yeah, like, so Nintendo's decided that they're going to have all these game keys. Oh, we're going to do that now. Oh yeah, and also, we're also going to charge more for the online paywalls as well. So we're going to up our fees, we're going to do all this. We're going to make more money because Nintendo's been scumbags, so now we can get away with being scumbags because we're the competitors. Now, you're probably thinking, what about PC gaming? Well, because console gamers are so stupid and dumb that they can't see reality and they can't see the truth, even after all this time, we are in an era where console gamers essentially, they seem to think that PC is so hard and complicated and so complex. No, PC is simple. If I install, like, if I have a 1060 card and I install a 3060 card, I am 100% guaranteed to get a better performance. Like, there's no downside to swapping from a 1060 card to a 3060 card. Now, I know that historically there have been video cards that have been bad, and there's always exceptions. There's always exceptions to every rule. But as we all know, nuance is not allowed on the internet. We're not allowed to talk about the exceptions. Same goes for console gaming. We're not allowed to talk about the exceptions. We have to talk about extremities, because nobody listens to the exceptions. Nobody listens to nuance. I'm going to be extreme, so we're not going to talk about that. So, if I install a new video card, there's no downside. It's the same PC, has the same functionality my PC had before, but better. It's an enhancement. There's no bullshit, like, because that's the thing, like, I'm replacing a 1060 card. But the thing is, that 1060 card is now pointless to own. I might as well just sell it for someone else to use. There's no point in having my 1060 card. Now, I know a lot of people like to have dual cards and all, but personally, I just want a PC that runs. I'm not that bothered about all the rest of it. So, I sell it off for someone else to buy. And I buy this card with the money that I sell from the other card. Whereas, if I sell a console for a new console, I'm actually getting a downgrade if I sell my Nintendo GameCube for a Nintendo Switch 2, because now I can no longer play my physical GameCube games. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, but you can still play GameCube games. Yeah, if you pay Nintendo's fucking fine every fucking year, or every fucking month, or every fucking, whenever you choose to, like, subscribe to their fucking bullshit, annually or fucking monthly. Like, no, like, that's not the same. I want to play my physical media that I've owned for years, not play fucking digital games that I don't own, that I can only access via a subscription paywall. I don't want to do that. I want to access the physical media that I already own. I don't want to have to pay a monthly fee to play the games that I already own and have bought years ago. I refuse to do that. Like, I just refuse to do that. That's bullshit. Why can't the Switch 2 let me play those physical media? Because Nintendo are bullshit. That's why. You know? Why can't I play online for free, like on PC, like it used to be? Of course not, because we need to make extra money for no reason other than the fact that we're greedy and we want to, like, fool you all into believing that it's necessary. All of this bullshit, like, but they need to maintain the servers. Do Nintendo maintain the servers for all of the games on their platform? No, they fucking don't. Like, if the game is multi-platform, like, and it's on that Nintendo console, you still have to pay to play online on that game, even though the game isn't anything to do with Nintendo. So it's a load of bollocks, you know? So we really need to start realizing this and combat this, because there's no justifying it. Like, Nintendo aren't managing the servers, the publisher is. And even then, like, if the publisher manages the servers, like, on PC they're free, and they're not on Switch, and on any console. So why do we have to pay these online paywalls? Why do we have to have all these fucking subscription services instead of backwards compatibility and having an actual store where we can buy games digitally instead of, like, rent games digitally? Why are we having these options taken away from us? You don't have that with PC gaming. With PC gaming, you buy a new part and it's an improvement. You don't lose anything. When you buy a new console, if you sell your old console, you lose a lot of stuff. Whereas if you sell your old graphics card, you're losing practically nothing. You're getting the same experience. Yes, you're paying more money, obviously, but you're replacing it, and you can just sell the other and get a bit of extra money back from what you spent on your new card. Because you don't need that old card anymore. So, you know, whereas you do need your old consoles. And they take up so much space. It's stupid. Console gaming is a joke, people. And yet people seem to feel the need to buy them day one just simply because, I got the Nintendo Switch day one. I'm cool. I'm one of the cool people who got the Switch too. Look at how cool I am. Give me all of my fucking validation because I bought the Switch 2 and you don't have it. It's like, fuck this bullshit. Like, and that's what it's all about. Let's be honest, people. People are not buying the Switch 2 right now just simply because they want to play on the Switch 2. They're buying the Switch 2 just for validation, just to basically say they have it and other people don't, just so they can gloat about it. Either that or they're buying the Switch 2 or got it given to them by the publisher, by Nintendo, because they are content creators who are looking to play the rat race, which I've talked about in another video where I talked about the truth about YouTube. Go watch it. And in that video, I talk about the rat race and exactly what the rat race is. The rat race is basically you trying to get content out before anybody else so that it gets the most views and attention. And the first person to do it is obviously going to get all the views than the second person to do it. And the longer it takes before you get that video out and like any announcement or any new release, the worse it's going to do. Like, if you are like 2 seconds later than somebody else, the difference in views you are going to get is tremendous because of the way YouTube algorithm works. Like, if I was like 1 hour later at releasing my Valkyrie Profile is Dead video, it wouldn't have reached 10,000 views, it would have reached 200 views. That's the difference I'm talking about, people. That's the rat race. I know it because I've done it. So it's a fact. It is a fact. You can't deny. This is how YouTube works, and this is what all these influencers do. That's why people are buying the Switch as well, because they want their fucking YouTube money. You know? Because that's tied to their careers. So, there's 2 reasons why people are buying the Switch 2. 1, because they're idiots, and 2, because their career depends on it. And they're willing to basically just, like, suck up to the publishers, as they always do. Which is kind of why I'm kind of cynical of YouTube as well, because it's pushing this. It's all pushing this mentality of we must consume, so that we get all this early content. Even though, obviously, the top influencers don't even need to consume. They just get everything given to them and handed to them. Because, of course, they're fucking influencers. They get freebies. They get fucking freebies. So they don't have to fucking pay for a game day 1 to review it. Some of them don't even review these games. And they still get them day 1. You know, some of these people just make fucking tweets on Twitter and still get games given to them day 1. I know because some of you follow me. And I fucking see you on Twitter. I see your bullshit. I know who you are. And I see it. You can't fool me. And you are getting games for free. You've let it slip. So now I know. Now I know that you people who don't do reviews, don't even have a blog, don't even have a YouTube channel, don't even have any means of having any form of like criticism or anything, or any form of like videos, and you get games for free because you cheat the system. But publishers don't care because you talk about their games positively all the time, so that's all that matters. It doesn't matter whether you have skills as a game reviewer, or as a critic, or as a video creator, or any form of creator. All that matters is that you are willing to take it in the rear from publishers. If you're willing to do that, they'll give you freebies. That's how the world works. You know, it's not about skill, it's not about talent, it's all about, are you well liked, do you have enough followers, and are you willing to take up the arse? If so, have a freebie on us. Take all the freebies, take them all! Take them all, and then shill for us, and then get everybody else to pay for what you got for free. And obviously don't appreciate the fact that these games cost money and just talk about them like you just got them for free, so it's great. Because you didn't have to invest any of your hard-earned money into it. You know? This is the thing, this is the reality, this is the future of gaming. This is what it is, this is it! This is the future of gaming and the gaming industry, this is the future of the world, this is the future of everything. This is reality. And people do not see this. I am tired of seeing it, I'm tired of seeing every single time someone brings up a new game, and what's the latest one? Exposition 33? I mean, I know it's not a big publisher, but I get sick and tired of hearing about that game. Just simply the fact that people talk about Exposition 33 just makes me not want to play the game. It just makes me want to avoid the game, just simply because so many people are talking about it. Because I've seen it so many times where people will do the same shit. Anytime that people say a game is good, I don't believe them. In fact, I believe the opposite. If I hear someone say a game is great, that translates to me that this game is fucking terrible and you should never play it. Just simply because I do not trust what anyone in this community says anymore. I do not trust anything. I trust no one. I don't trust publishers, especially not publishers. I do not trust them at all. I do not trust people on YouTube. I do not trust anyone. I do not trust anyone anymore. I only trust myself. Because nobody can be trusted. Nobody can be trusted nowadays. And that's something for you guys to actually bear in mind. Do not trust anyone on this platform. Do not trust anyone, period, regarding anything gaming related, because you can only trust yourself. and you can only act yourself. But one thing I will definitely say is you can trust what I say in regards to what's actually happening, because this is actually the truth. You can actually listen to me when I talk about this. Obviously, don't listen to me when I'm gushing about my favourite games, but when I'm talking about actual issues like this, then yes, you can trust what I'm saying. Obviously, when I'm talking about Painkiller being like the best game ever made, you don't need to trust that. That's my opinion. You don't actually need to actually go out and play Painkiller. I know there's a few people out there who listen to what I have to say and they think that what I say is the gospel, and then they go out and play a game that I love, and then they end up being disappointed, and I'm like, well, you know, I love it, but you don't, you know? Maybe you should have looked up reviews to see if it's for you, instead of actually just hearing my opinion and then getting disappointed, because that's the reality. Like, not everyone's going to like Painkiller, not everyone's going to like Valve Profile 2, not everyone's going to like F-Zero GX, not everyone's going to like Grandia 2, but that's fine. That's my opinion. That's what I love. That's what makes me me. That's my personal take. You don't have to follow it. You shouldn't follow it. Let me be the guy who likes these games and be passionate about these games, while you be the guy who's passionate about something else. You know? And we can still get along. You don't have to follow me all day and follow everything I do because I do it. No. You know? Unless you are genuinely interested in the product without any of my personal biases pushing the product. Or what I say in a review you actually like. Like, for example, if you've actually watched my reviews, then that's different. Because I'm trying to review the game and I'm trying to tell you whether or not you want to play it. Not me. And that's the difference. Don't listen to my opinions don't let my opinions adjust whether or not you should play a game. Watch my reviews and see what I have to say in the reviews, because that's important. Because my reviews are there to actually tell you what this game is for, not just my opinion. You'll hear my opinions, but you don't listen to my opinions. You listen to what I'm saying. A lot of people don't seem to know how to do that, but you've got to do that, people. Listen to what I'm saying. Actually pay attention to the review. And if I say something about a game, like even if it's Star Ocean 6, if I say that the text is too small to read, and that's a huge deal breaker for you, don't play Star Ocean 6. Don't play it. You know? If I say that the AI in Star Ocean 6 is horrendous, don't play it. If that's a problem for you. If you can't cope with bad AI, don't play Star Ocean 6. Just don't play it. Play something else. But if you can put up with it, then maybe you might want to play it. Personally, I can put up with it, so I love it. But you might not. So watch the reviews. You know, watch my game reviews. It is so important that you watch them if you want the truth. If you want me to actually help you figure out whether the game is for you. Because not every game is for everyone. You know? Not everyone's going to like Valve Profile 2. Not everyone's going to like Star Ocean 6. Not everyone's going to like Growland Survive, you know? I mean, these are games I've reviewed. I've reviewed Valve Profile 2, Growland Survive, and Star Ocean 6. I've reviewed all three of those games. There's a review of it. It's on my YouTube channel. Go watch it if you want to actually know whether or not you'll like the game. Don't take my opinions for it. Yes, I might like those games personally, but you might not. So watch the review and find out if you actually like them instead of listening to my opinions. And stop listening to other people's opinions. If they do Twitch streams, don't listen to their opinion. Their opinion should have nothing, no influence on you. Just ignore their opinions and make your own judgment. Or read a review or watch a review before you actually purchase anything. Because do not let these people influence you. Do not let these people control you. You know? Don't do it. Just don't. Because that's when you fall for the trap of all this bullshit. You've got to really use your own brains. You know? As someone who's done game reviews, I do those game reviews with the intent of having you make the decision, not me. I still have my opinions in there, but I go into that review with the intention of you are smart enough. Like, I go into the review assuming that you are smart enough to know, to think for yourself, and to take the points that I say, and take them seriously, and actually think for yourself whether or not these points are a deal breaker or not for you. That's why I do reviews in the first place. That's why I did all these reviews and actually bothered to do all these videos in the first place. For that reason. And I know that there's so many people that don't do this, and that's the problem. As someone who's spent all of this time working on these reviews, it saddens me to see that people don't actually pay attention to the little things that I actually bothered to write about in my reviews, which are there to help people. Yet people will listen to my opinions and they'll just go and rush to play a game. Don't do that! Don't listen to my opinions! please, you know, yes, I know I like to preach, but I like to preach because I want you to understand why I love things. That's not because I want you to love it too. I want you to make your own judgment. I want you to do it. Make your own judgment. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone else when they're talking about opinions. And for the love of God, do not listen to these influencers telling you to buy a Switch 2 or gushing about how great their Switch 2 is. No, do not, just ignore them. You know the facts. The facts are in this video. Like, there's online paywalls, there's all this bullshit with these subscriptions, where you can only access games from subscriptions, there's these game keys. These are facts. These are facts that will ultimately make or break the console for you. And ultimately, I would argue that it's going to ruin gaming, because I've also told you the other facts, that when a console company does bullshit, other console companies will do bullshit too, and it will make console gaming worse in the long run if it's supported. These are the facts. Pay attention to the facts. If you give a shit about the gaming industry, then you will know that those facts means that you should not buy the Nintendo Switch 2. But I don't think most people care about the gaming industry. They only care about what they want themselves, and that's why they keep buying it. And then they wonder why gaming's getting worse. That's why. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's exactly why gaming's getting worse. But anyways, I've talked about this long enough. Nintendo suck. Sony sucks. Microsoft sucks. You know, they're all bellends. They're all evil. But, you know, and the thing is, a lot of people will say, well, Steam is no saint. Yeah, we get it. Steam ain't a saint either. But you know what? It's the lesser of the evils, so I'm going to stick with the lesser of the evils and, you know, being Steam and GOG on PC, because at the end of the day, at least I don't have to deal with half the bullshit that those consoles do. Yeah, I still have digital only on the PC, which I'm not happy about, believe me. I wish we had physical media, but at the same time I also see the flaws in physical media, and that they're not going to last forever. Whereas a game on GOG, if I download a game on GOG, I actually have that game forever if I can forever back it up onto hard drives. And that means I have 100% full control of my access to that game, which is absolutely brilliant. That's what we need. That's what we want. 100% control. And that's basically DRM free, you know? And the thing is, physical games, in a way, there is still some aspect of, like access requirements, you know, that you have to find ways around if you want to access them elsewhere when your systems fail, you know, and that's what emulation's all about. But the thing about it is that even your discs won't last forever, you know, so it's like, whereas on GOG, if you download the game, it lasts forever. It's yours. Now, unfortunately, most game publishers refuse to go on GOG, and that upsets me. Because most game publishers are bellends, so unfortunately they stick with Steam because they are too afraid of DRM free, because they fear that people will exploit it and abuse it, you know, and they'll lose money and all this shit. And it's like, you know, if people wanted to pirate your games, they'd already be doing it. But they're still convinced that Denuvo works and is going to stop pirates and all that lot, and they're still pushing for it. And it's just like, you know, all Denuvo does is make people not want to buy your games. And in a world where we have so many games anyways, you should be begging for us to buy your games. You really should be. And that's the silly thing. Like, all these game publishers should be begging us to buy their games right now. They should be begging us. They should be on their knees begging us. They should be sucking our cocks, begging us to play their video games. That's what they should be doing. You know? Because their games are shit! That's just how it is. I can go and play all of these games from the 2000s and have a whale of a time for the rest of my life. I don't need to play your new garbage. I'm set for life. I've got Painkiller over there. I've got Mountain Blade Warman I can play mods for like countless years until I die, you know? I could just play F-Zero GX forever if I wanted to and still have fun, you know? I could play Painkiller forever and still have fun, just randomly jump into a level and just kill things. It's fun. I don't need a reason to actually go to Painkiller. I just play it because it's fun. I can just play Urban Raid forever. It's fun. I just pick up a mission and just start beating people up. It's fun, you know? I don't need to play all these new games to have fun. I can play all the old games because they're still fun, they're still enjoyable, I still fucking love them. The only reason why I play other games is simply because I'm not on this world forever and I want as many experiences as possible, and it's that pressure, isn't it? And that's one of the things, like, I want to play all these old games forever, but unfortunately, because I have a goal in mind in my life to play different things because I want to have a lot of different experiences in gaming, I can't. And that's what's holding me back. So I'm kind of held back, but do we need all these new games? No, we don't. We don't need your new garbage. We've got plenty of classics that we can play at any time. So you've got to beg us. Get on your hands and knees, game publishers, and start sucking our dicks. My video's over.